skates do you skate in, Andrea?
Yes.
I am a Rydell girl through and through. I
Okay.
Really?
started off in Jackson's, like in the entry level boot. They were
Mhm.
hurting my feet, and I have flat feet and
Me too.
bunions. Oh, yay! Hello, fellow flat
They weren't hurting
footers.
your feet. The jackets were hurting your feet.
Yes, they were, but I also have really big bunions, like they're hereditary. I think also being an athlete for, since I was a kid probably contributed to that.
Oh yeah.
Adeas don't work for someone with flat feet and bunions. I tried that. And then I found Rydell, Arias. I've been in them since 2019. And then just no, not last year. I think the year before. I can't even remember now. My skates last about 2.5 years for me. I got full custom, which for me what made a huge difference because
That's what I'm going to do.
yeah, I think I highly recommend. I mean, I recommend it assuming it's like within your budget. It's like you really got to weigh your priorities. But if you're avid about your hobby, the equipment
Yeah, I
has
mean,
to,
Has to be
so much
good.
better than being in pain.
Yeah.
yes, yeah, that's just going to cause injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think like that's why we want to start asking people like what are they skating in? Because
Yeah.
I
Totally.
still skate in the same skates that I got my gold test in and that I retired from competing in. And so
Wow.
next month is Derek and our birthdays are next month, and I actually, my old skate guy is still in business, and a future episode, I would love to have him on to talk about the importance of equipment.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get fitted, or I'm going to like have an
I
appointment with
should
him
go
and
to
get
him
new
with you.
skates.
I should go to him with you.
I actually think you should.
Then you guys can be in person finally.
Yeah, we can be.
Well, we're talking
Isn't
about
that weird?
we're
We talk to each other like every single day.
yeah, we
That's
probably
awesome.
talk we talk about 4 times a day, and we serenade each other, and Derek is a classical pianist, so he's musical,
Oh
and
my
I
gosh.
talked to him about how that's such a great asset to have coming to skating because musicality is so important and be able to connect,
Oh
to
my. Yes, that's incredible. I'd love to hear your
music.
Yeah,
pieces,
I mean,
Derek.
I'm not. That's not what I do professionally. I'm a speech language pathologist by day, but it is my. I mean, I've done it since I was a young child. I did it throughout my, all the way through high school, and I kind of played it like hotels and, um, you know, weddings and all this parties, things like that. So it's something that I really, really love, like skating.
Yeah.
But it's something I'm really, really good at. I have to work super hard at skating. Skating does not come naturally for me. I have to work so hard at it, but I'm surprised that I'm able to stick with it because usually when things are very difficult for me, I just don't do them. But this is the one thing that like, it's hard, but I continue to do it and I love it. And I love that I can actually continue to build on to it for the rest of my, how many more years I can still skate. I don't know, but hopefully then a lot more years. So
That's awesome. Kudos to you. That's really inspiring because that's usually when people give up on things is when it gets hard. But it's actually when you should stick with it. Getting comfortable with the uncomfortable is something that I feel like can give you growth,
yeah,
not for anything else, but your own personal growth. And then you can face other challenging things with that kind of confidence.
yeah. I just think that skating is like, for me, it's when I go to the ice rink, it's like my sanctuary. I can completely
Yeah.
forget about everything. But it's also like the speed of it. I love feeling like I'm flying. That's like
Mhm.
the closest to flying I think that we can really achieve. And it's just
Yeah.
so beautiful to watch. I mean, I'm not as as beautiful to watch as like I'm sure you are. But it's just I've always loved it. I love watching the Olympics, as
Yeah.
a kid, and I still do. So
I love your spins, Andrea. You have rock star spins.
Oh, thank you. I wish they would show
Oh,
up in competition when it
you're so
matters.
fast.
It's like, where'd y'all go? You get to the surprise. You know what? It's hard. It's like what's challenging is doing it when you're tired. So this
Yeah.
this season, I'm like, okay, we're gonna do things tired, not at resting heart rate, because that doesn't mean anything.
When do you get to train? Can you tell like how often do you skate and when do you
yes.
get to the rink?
I generally am able to get to the rink about 6, sometimes 7 days a week, and it
Wow.
just
That's
depends on my
great.
work schedule. Yeah, I take my lunch break and I make sure I'm dialed into work. But there are days like last week, especially because I just started a new position where I'm like, work had to come first. So my daughter's not doing well right now. So like, oh, got to take her to doctor's appointments. So while skating is a priority, daughter job, the career, those have to obviously take precedence. So I fit it in when I can. The days I don't go, I'm a little bit moodier.
For sure. Yeah.
However, I start off every single morning with a workout. I use my ladder app, my Peloton app, because it's just, you got to get your body moving. I think it's a great way to, and if I don't get to skate, I'm like, well, I still move my body
Yeah.
today. And
100%.
honestly, when I've taken a day off unexpectedly, or even 2 or 3, when I get back on the ice, my skill sets are like, actually, I'm stronger. I was like, wow, I nailed that spin the first time around. So it's just a testament, like, you don't need to be on the ice to maintain your skills. Like, learn new things, yes. If you're learning a new skill, you do need that consistency.
Yeah.
But for things I've been doing for a while, if I'm not doing it right, it's just because I'm not dialed in like my center and like exerting the body control I know I can do.
Yeah. What about after skating? What do you do? Stretching? A lot of stretching afterwards.
I usually am hurling my butt back to work.
Yeah. I think
That's the
that's
reality
what we're
of
always doing.
adult
But I think we
swimming.
should
Yeah.
try to get
I
to that
would
lactic
love
acid.
to win the lottery so I can do some morning yoga, start off in a hard workout, then hit the rink. But however, at night, I definitely do a lot of just a lot of like just easy body movement, even if
Yeah.
it's like maybe some wall Pilates or just sitting in child's pose. I think it's important to, stretch those muscles. Before skating, though, always stretching. That is
Yeah.
just so liable for injury.
I do a lot of that when
Um,
I'm cooking. In the kitchen.
Cooking?
I do all kinds of like ballet moves and things like that when I'm cooking.
Okay.
It's so fun to watch me.
Hey, you listen, I love that. Sometimes I'll do like squats while I'm waiting for my
Yeah.
pan to heat up. I can't sit
You gotta take
still.
advantage of every moment.
Yes. I love that. I love that.
What would you say are the biggest challenges of skating as an adult?
I would say the biggest challenge is our own mind. Like,
Mm-hmm.
when you skate under pressure, even if it's a performance, right? The thing that we tend to forget is that we're doing this for the fun of it. We're not doing this to get sponsorship. We're not, doing it to make money. Or some people do, but even then, like, when you take away the whole root of why we're doing this, I think you lose out on the experience. And that's one thing that I went into last season with. Even I didn't podium at sectionals, but my experience was different from previous competitions because I just allowed my mind and my heart to immerse. And it's hard to do that when you're so fixated. I got to land this jump, or you're thinking about the next element when you're not even enjoying performing, your transitions or your footwork. So I got to do that. And even though I didn't deliver the elements to the best of my ability, I felt it in my soul and it made me enjoy it. And it doesn't take away, regardless of how I end up, in the lineup. It really doesn't. And if people can feel what I'm feeling or portraying or the story or the character, that to me is a win because you are putting on a performance and you want to captivate your audience. And the only way to do that is to be in that moment.
We hear that so often from so many skaters, and I love that.
Yeah, truly is.
And
Truly
that kind of
is.
goes into what my next question was going to be, like, what inspiration do you have? But that's very inspiring in and of itself, is to kind of be in that moment and put your heart into it.
Yeah.
Do you have any other, like, if someone's on here listening and they are just starting out on their journeys or considering skating, any like inspo or advice that you would have?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the one thing as adults that we need to do more often is to give ourselves grace. Because if you put too much pressure on yourself to achieve something at a certain timeline, it's going to put undue pressure that's not going to allow your body to flow or your mind to flow. And you want to just take every experience, even if it's a rough skating day, and say, hey, you know what? I learned something today. But I got to be on the ice, and the biggest thing you have to come on to the ice with is gratitude. I am grateful today to be able to breathe, to live, and have this opportunity to allow myself to skate. And I think when you come into it with that mindset, you take away so much more. I think that's it's one of the things that I teach a lot of my adult students is like they have their mindset on doing something or they're comparing themselves, and that's the last thing that us adults need to do, even at the competitive level, because we all have different backgrounds and history and experience. We all bring a certain strength to the table that make our skating whole. And you can't compare yourself to another skater. You can only compare yourself to what your progress looks like. But again, that's like, don't don't put such like a set limit as to I have to get it by this time. Well, allow your body to take the time to figure that out. It's
Mhm.
okay. Like there's no time limit. As long as you're breathing, you have an opportunity to learn.
That's
That's
beautiful.
so good. You are such an amazing motivator.
So
Aw,
inspiring.
thank
Um,
you.
Yeah.
okay, where can we find you and talk about your YouTube
Oh
series?
yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for asking. So, yeah, recently I started this project like 2.5 years ago. I learned about YouTube automation. It was supposed to be faceless channels for YouTube where you take a topic that you're interested in, get videos created without your face. It was a whole course. And my topic of choice was midlife motivation because I thought I was starting to talk to a lot of moms who are just like not able to make time for themselves and they have kids or maybe they don't have kids, but they just can't find that motivation. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, one morning I was like, I got up, and I'm not saying like you need to be superwoman, but that morning I felt like superwoman, and you don't have to be superhuman every day. But I got laundry done, bed made, kid fed, kid dressed, kid's hair done, got a workout in, folded laundry, got her dropped off at school by 8:15. And I was like, holy crap, like this feels damn good.
Yeah,
And
it
I
does.
don't I don't have a lot of time. My morning isn't always like that.
Mhm.
So, I would share my experiences and like my divorce process with other people as well. And that's a hard thing to do too, right? But, when you can really get to a place where you feel empowered, it's motivating. So that was kind of like the basis of like why I wanted to create a YouTube channel based on midlife motivation. And people would make excuses all the time, like, oh, I have kids, so I can't work out. That's even more of a reason. Or I'm depressed.
Mhm.
That's even more of a reason to do self care. You got to fill your happy cup.
Mhm.
So my coach from the YouTube automation class was like, "Hey, you should be the face of your channel." That was beyond uncomfortable because like I don't want to show my face. And then I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Well, I really feel your energy, and I think you could be really inspiring. Share your story the way you're sharing it with me, and you can make a difference and monetize." And I was like, "Okay." So it's taken me 2 years. I literally released my first video, I think in May of this year, and I had to have 5 videos under my belt because I'm trying to like release them one at a time,
Mhm.
weekly. Took a little bit of a pause. I had a little bit of a hiccup, and I found it really invigorating because this is probably the most next nerve-wracking thing to doing a competition is like videoing yourself and putting yourself out there. But
Mhm.
I just put myself in a place as if I was talking to you guys, and it made my thoughts and my energy flow a lot more. So I hope that people can just get a takeaway from it. If anything, like motivate them to do something that they've just been thinking about but haven't done yet. I had a friend of mine, we're same age, and a couple years ago, she's like, I've been really wanting to leave my husband. I'm not in a happy marriage. I looked at your YouTube, I'm sorry, your Facebook video that you posted, and it motivated me to take control of my life. A year later, she was happily divorced. I was
Oh
like,
wow.
holy crap. Like, okay, I'm not trying to get people to divorce. I'm just trying to get people to like take control of their lives. But
Yeah.
that's what she needed to
Yeah.
fill her happy cup.
Yep.
So I've gotten to a place where if it doesn't fill my happy cup, a person doesn't fill my happy cup, they can't exist in my life. And everyone should do that because the toxicity is going to drain you. And it's not going to be fulfilling.
Whoa.
Yes, you're
Can I
preaching to
just
the
say,
choir.
Andrea, that you have definitely filled my happy cup
That's
today.
Aw, you guys
oh
And
my gosh.
too.
I love like because you know what when you say it's inspiring people to be empowered, empowerment can look different for
yeah.
every person, So doesn't necessarily mean you get to work. It could just mean I'm gonna work out 3 days a week or whatever
Yeah.
like for
I just
It,
love
yourself.
that you're putting out so much positive energy into
Yeah,
the
you
universe.
are.
Oh,
And,
I love that.
you
And I
really
have
are.
to remind people, give yourself grace. We don't do that enough. I had to do that for myself and I had to figure out what that looks like. And that looks different for everybody, because if you don't, then you get paralyzed. You're like, I'm just going to be stuck in this one spot
Mhm.
because, that
Mhm.
like something's paralyzing me. So why keep moving forward?
Yeah.
Um, but you can't do that. I mean, regardless of where you're at in your life.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we've shared. Lauren and I have spoken about how, like, for me, skating. I was in a very dark place in my life. I think that it was meant to be that day that I just happened to stumble upon skating because, like, it really saved my life. It honestly did. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Same with me too. I get that. It helped me get through my divorce. Like I fought for full custody for my daughter
Mhm.
because I needed to. And honestly, skating gave me that courage. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I just had this level of confidence. And, you know, you never know what positive turn something could take, even when it's uncomfortable. Like there's so many uncomfortable aspects of skating besides bad boots, you
Yeah.
know, or nerves,
Right.
or outfits that are just like a little too tight in places. You're like, okay, well, I'm not 12 anymore. So like,
Yeah.
there's just so many different things. And like I just recently, I lost my former husband. He passed away in April.
Oh,
And
wow.
I have, thank you, my daughter's father. And I have to say, you know, skating has been my saving grace in my grieving process. Like it still is. The day after he passed away, I was at the rink, because it was a place that I could feel safe. And I needed to be there. I didn't know where else to be.
Mm.
And I've cried at the rink, and then it goes away. Like it comes and goes.
Yeah.
But skating has always been there for the
It does
really
seem to be
hard
this
part.
like natural healing
Mhm.
atmosphere there. I don't know what it is. It's very healing, I feel like being on the rink.
Yeah. Oh my God. You can really just immerse in it to the point where you're not escaping your reality. You're just allowing your soul to live just a little happier in those moments so that you can breathe life into what you're about to take on when you get off that ice.
It's your time. It's
Yeah.
all about you in that moment, and I that's what I love about it. I can just focus on me. It's me time.
Yeah, and that's important too. I would say, like, as adults, especially if you're an adult skater, you know, you deserve me time. I don't care what it is, you know. And when I see learn to skate adults come out for the first time, first thing I do is commend them. You're really brave for coming out here on blades
Right.
because this is a terrifying sport. So give
Mhm.
yourself that grace. And I know that a lot of them feel intimidated
Mhm.
because there might be some more seasoned skaters, and I try to like just get them to not even put focus on that, put focus on themselves and be proud of these little achievements. And it's
Yeah,
important to apply that into your, you know, everyday life.
absolutely. That's so awesome to say that. Thank you.
I also wanted to say your tribute performance to him was very beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. I get to perform that for our club on August 15th. So
Oh.
I had a dress made, by the way. Grace Stuver, she does Graceful Designs. I have to give her a shout out because she's made two of my dresses, and this one was so special to me. So I get to don her threads on the ice, honoring him. And I
Oh.
did have earrings made out of his ashes that I'm going to wear too, just to, you
Oh
know,
my
I
gosh.
yeah, I can't wait to get it actually. A friend of mine from the skating community. That's another reason why I love skating. I've
Uh-huh.
gotten connected like to you guys, but the woman
Mhm.
that I learned about who makes beautiful pieces out of ashes was from a skating sister of mine, and I wouldn't have found that without her.
I have not heard of that before, but
Neither,
now that I'm
me either.
hearing of this, it's like wow, he's with you at
That's
all
so
times. That's awesome.
that's so
He
special.
really, I mean, I wear him. Actually, I have a necklace like I do. I wear him every day now,
Oh,
so
I
he's.
love that.
Oh
I
That's
my
do like.
god.
beautiful.
I just got goosebumps. That's so
Me
Aw.
too. I never thought about that. Wow, that's so
Yeah.
awesome.
I wasn't sure how I'd feel about that. I've had relatives pass away before, but when it's like, you know, my former spouse became my best friend. It didn't start off that way. You know, sadly, he had a struggle with alcohol addiction, and unfortunately, he lost his battle to that. But, you know, we were best friends at the end, and I have no regrets about anything because we expressed our love. So for me to keep him close to my heart, especially for our daughter, is so meaningful. And integrating skating and the community in that just keeps it really whole. So I'm grateful for that because I don't know how else I would have grieved without the community and skating.
Mm.
Andrea, you're such an amazing human
Yeah,
being.
you're so inspiring.
Like, I'm so grateful to have met you.
Oh,
Mm.
thank you so
Thank
much,
Oh,
you
I'm
guys.
gonna cry, Derek.
you.
Because we said that. We said the skating community, like we met Derek and I through Adult Skate too. I believe you and I did too. And it's
Hmm.
like it connects you with people you wouldn't if you're in different states or different countries, like you wouldn't otherwise meet them. And even we had Ashley on and she met her fiance through skating and Derek and I and you with the woman with making the earrings. I mean, it's just as the blade turns. No, just kidding.
Yeah,
But it's so cool how it connects. It connects us all.
it
And
really does. I know.
I
I have.
told. Oh, sorry. Real quick. I told Lauren that someday I want to make like a map of maybe of the globe, and just like how like when they do like the pins and like the string.
Yeah,
I just want to do like all the interconnections and just see like how we're all interconnected.
that
yeah,
would be. I
So,
would love to see. You have to share that. Oh my
yeah, I'm
God, I
gonna do
think
that someday.
because honestly, like it grows globally. Like I've made
Yes.
friends, not just attending that the ISU competition because there's a lot of international skaters, but even virtually, and it's so incredible. It really envelops the soul. It does, and it makes you love the sport even more.
Mhm.
It's beautiful. Well, thank you for joining us. We really
So
appreciate
much.
your time, and we're excited to see the video that you send. If you know,
Yes.
what'd be really cool is if you have like a clip of your roller and then a
Mhm.
clip of ice skating,
Oh my
like
God, yeah,
a little
absolutely.
something of both would be
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
bad.
I'm happy to share. I'm so honored to be part of your channel and,
This is so
be
exciting.
part of the conversation. I love your energy. Like I'm getting goosebumps because like good energy just feeds my soul. So thank you for that.
We feel yours, so
We feel yours as well. The good
yeah.
vibes. The good vibes
Awesome.
are flying high here. So if you also would like, you can send me your YouTube and I'll link it into. We have an Instagram page and
Oh,
I'll try to put it within YouTube too. So that would be great to like help people move to your channel too. So that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
thank you. I'd love to share. I really
Yeah,
appreciate it, you
I'm
guys.
gonna watch it for my own insult.
Yeah,
You
I
ever
am
let me
too.
know what you
I am
think?
and
I love
I know it's geared toward women, but I'm so gonna be watching
Mhm.
it as well.
Oh yeah, you know what? I don't say it's directly for women, so it's
Oh,
just
you know,
like
okay.
not really.
Okay, good.
No, it's like if you're middle aged and you need a boost.
Okay, then good. I'm
I
all
try
about
not
that.
to. Give me feedback if you do
I
watch it.
will.
I'm
Okay.
always open to what can I do better or what
Us
don't do
too.
that, Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Well,
Awesome.
thank you so much, Andrea, and we hope to have you on again soon in
I'd
Yeah.
the
love
future.
to.
Yeah. It
Thank
was really
you.
nice meeting you. I hope
Nice
you
Very,
meeting you.
see
very
you
nice to
today.
see you. Was this our first time, like, face to face, I think, right?
Yeah, why haven't we done FaceTime before?
We've had, like, a lot of voice messages. I don't know, but oh my gosh, now I have a friend in Jersey.
Yes.
Yes, you
Love it.
do.
Oh
Come
my
visit you guys.
I
gosh. We
will.
should. We'll all
I
skate
will.
together.
And you can always you're welcome here in North Carolina as well. And if you've ever been here to Raleigh area, but you're welcome here too.
Awesome, noted. I'm coming
And
to stay over.
We
Chi-Town.
have six rinks in the
Chi-Town.
area, so
All
bye
right, Andrea. Well, have a great day and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Take care.
Take care.
There goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now. And there goes my mind racing.